Okay, welcome to the Spotlight. This is Fourth Down Magazine's weekly fireside chat with the movers and shakers on the field in the Mid-Penn Conference. I'm Andy Shay. I'm going to be your moderator. He wears number 23 for the Big Spring Bulldogs. He's listed as 6 foot, 185 pounds, and is a senior offensive line or outside linebacker, H-back for the Bulldogs. Please welcome Eli Hasco to the Spotlight this week. Eli, thank you very much for joining us. How you doing?
Very good. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on the win over Camp Hill last week. There might be a big game on the docket in Newville this week, but I think we're going to talk about it, right?
Absolutely.
All right. This is how this will work. I'll have a chat with Eli. I'll ask him some questions about the Bulldogs, who are, by the way, in case you haven't been paying attention, they're 5-1 overall, and they're on a 4-game winning streak. Then at the end, Eli, we're going to put you on the Spotlight hot seat for a few short answer questions to close out. That's how we're going to do it. Let's give you some numbers for Eli. He's having an impact on both sides of the ball and on special teams. If you watch the highlights from the Camp Hill game, he's having an impact though on both sides of the ball for the Bulldogs. Offensively, he's got 140 total yards on 17 touches, 15 rushes, 2 receptions, 4 touchdowns. He averages 8.2 yards per touch. That is a very tidy number for that sort of H-back, wing back, wing T back, where he lines up on offense. That's a really good number for them. Defensively, he's second on the team in tackles with 29, including 22 solo, 7.5 TFLs, and 1 fumble recovery. In the victory last week against Camp Hill, he went off 15 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a pair of touchdowns on offense, 1 receiving and 1 rushing. Boom, there you have it, Eli. Congratulations on 15 tackles against Camp Hill. How many were on special teams? 2 or 3?
I think 3 or 4, I believe.
3 or 4. I knew there were a few of them on special teams, but do you come off the field? You're on kickoff coverage? Are you on kickoff return and punt receiving coverage, or do you come off the field for a couple of those?
I'm just on kickoff. We had a kid go out with COVID last year, so I'm in for Camp Hill to fill his shoes in.
Excellent. All right, my first question. You had 3 straight weeks where the Bulldogs scored in the 60s. You hit 42 last week. That's a lot of points. And I know some of the opponents that you guys played are struggling, and they're struggling as well. But you guys have some firepower on offense. What do you see as the big key for the firepower that you guys are displaying in the wing T offense, or modified? Let's call it a modified wing T. In the modified wing T offense that you guys run, what do you see as the big key?
I think we're just very diverse. We have a lot of kids that have a lot of talent, and it allows us to spread our offense and do a lot of different things. We can throw the ball, run the ball, just do whatever we need to do to be able to score points and move the ball down the field.
How many guys a game, when you guys are running on all cylinders, how many different guys are getting touches in a variety of way, would you say, when your offense is functioning best? Some teams, it's, we're a RB1 and he's our guy and we're going to ride him. How many guys in your offense are getting touches when you guys are humming along?
We like to do a lot of rotation, get fresh guys in the field. So I'd say probably around 7 or 8 guys are in, getting a lot of touches throughout the game.
That's a wing T offense, by the way. We're going to call it modified wing T because it is not your old school wing T offense. It's more modified. Hey, I just told you scoring points hasn't been a problem for the Bulldogs this year, and it wasn't much of a problem last year. But obviously, you lost 3 games last year. You have 1 loss this year. Defensively, this team, I would say defensively, that's where you guys have made the biggest strides in 2021 as compared to last year. What's the difference defensively for you guys this year, and how important is the defense for you guys in big games like this and some of these games that you're going to play down the stretch?
I think this year, everyone's just so focused in at practice on completing their rules. We have our secondaries come up with a lot of interceptions, giving us the ball back in good field position.
Right.
And that helps set us up and get us where we need to be during big games.
So one of the things, and this wouldn't be about you guys, historically when Big Springs even had a decent team physically, when they got up against a physical team, that was a problem. That doesn't seem to be a problem for you guys, at least last year or this year. Why is that so? I mean, what I'm talking about physically, I mean, battling in the trenches, getting, run over like a steam train. You might be able to score some points in the past, but you weren't able to handle a big sort of brute physical team. And you are now. Why is that? And what have you guys been doing to sort of change that and make that a stronger part of your program?
I think just since the offseason, the coaches have really instilled in us that, I mean, we need to work hard and play our game every single game. And we need to put ourselves where we need to be. I mean, our scout team's in there every day working hard, and we have that competitive mentality between all of our players. And that's just helping us want to compete with these other teams and then just, go in and destroy everyone in front of us.
So I know football teams and coaches and players, they talk about, week to week, 1-0 in week one. Have you guys talked about amongst yourself, looked at beyond week to week? Have you talked about having bigger goals and sort of maybe some big picture things that you're focused on? I mean, it's big spring. You guys have made one postseason appearance in your program's history since the District 3 playoffs started in 1982. I'm not saying you're going to the playoffs. I'm saying opportunity has existed. You guys have put yourself in good position. But are you guys talking about maybe some bigger goals for yourselves this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all these seniors, we've been growing up playing together, and we've always wanted to make it to the playoffs at a high school level. I mean, especially something that Big Spring has struggled to do that in a lot of years, even when we've had a lot of talent. So, I mean, all of us are really we want to get to the playoffs, but also we just want to take things 1 week at a time and just continue to get better week by week.
Yeah, the one playoff appearance came in 2010. They were 5-5 this year. You guys are a 4A team this year. 4A is a big field, 5-1. So you got a big game this week. Let's talk about Boiling Springs. That game is going to be in Newville. Bubblers are 5-1. Bulldogs are 5-1. They beat you 35-21 last year. They haven't changed a whole lot. I don't think you guys have changed a whole lot either. It's a lot of the same dudes, right, as the game last year. So what has to be different for you guys this year to turn the result around? What's the one or two keys in your mind that have to be a little bit different for you guys to beat Boiling Springs this year?
I think the biggest thing for this year, we just have to cut down our mistakes. I believe last year we had a punt and block that turned into a touchdown and a pick six that turned into a touchdown. And I mean, right there's the two touchdowns that put us behind. If we cut down those mistakes, play our game, I think we have a really good chance to win.
Is it weird playing against another team that sort of runs, theirs is less modified than yours, it runs a wing tee? I'm just asking, is there an advantage to it, or is it weird? Because you don't face many of them. Not many of them face you either.
I'd say probably a little bit of an advantage. I mean, defensively, when you're looking at their offense, you kind of can see those tendencies that we have in our own offense, and it's easier to read the plays.
Hey, you're catching us on the spotlight this week. We've got number 23 for the Big Spring Bulldogs. It is Eli Hasco. A couple more questions before we get out, and I am going to put you on the hot seat. Who has the best nickname on your squad that you can reveal to us? Who's the guy that has the best nickname? Make sure you choose carefully.
Best nickname? There's not a whole lot of nicknames going around. There's one freshman. His name, everyone calls him Sonny. Everyone loves Sonny.
So is it Sonny as in like the sun, or is it Sonny as in SONNY, like Sonny Boy?
I think it's like Sonny as the sun.
Sonny as the sun. So give me the guy that you think is the most improved player in your team from 2020 to 2021 and why he's been so important for the Bulldogs this year. Who is that?
Definitely Connor Black. He put in a ton of work in the offseason, got bigger, stronger, faster. He's just a beast on defense, running around making plays and doing everything he can to help out the team.
What did he play last year as well? And he's just better at the same position. What position does he play? Connor play?
Tight end and inside linebacker.
Inside linebacker. So you're seeing the biggest improvements in inside linebacker for him this year.
Yep.
Has it been really important that his game has stepped up? Like, has the defense, is that one of the keys you think to your defense is a guy like him doing that? You think that's been a big key for you guys, or just another important piece in the wheel?
I think it's definitely key that he's been able to step up for us. I mean, just kind of having that reliable guy in the middle. He's always there, always making plays when you need him to make plays. And he's just, just that piece that kind of keeps everyone together on defense.
So, okay, like, I love rivalry games, and I love like games with names and trophies and stuff like that. I think we should have more of them. You playing the Little Brown Jug game. It's against Shippensburg. It's a rivalry game. There's the Route 11 and all of that stuff between Newville and Shippensburg. Are they really your rivalry, or is it somebody else's in the more modern times? Because historically, it's Shippensburg. And is it still Shippensburg in the modern game, or is it somebody else?
I'd say it's definitely Bowling Springs now. I think 2 years ago we actually started. It's called the Battle of the Springs. We have a trophy, so that's definitely in the running now for probably our biggest rivalry.
Okay, do you mind indulge me and describe the trophy a little bit? Could you mind? Have you seen it? Do you know what it looks like?
Yeah, we won it the first year and they won it last year. It's just I don't remember exactly what it looks like, but I know it just has a plaque with the winners come up every year.
The Battle of the Springs. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you guys consider them okay. So the Little Brown Jug isn't going to go away, and Shippensburg's still a rivalry game. But in your guys' mind, it's the Bubblers.
Yep.
All right, Eli, you ready? We're going to put you on the spotlight hot seat. Are you ready?
I guess I am.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Cake. The last streaming series you watched or are watching now?
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks. College football on Saturday or NFL football on Sunday? Which one?
College football on Saturday.
Your favorite high school football uniform and a helmet combination that is not yours?
That's a tough one.
Who do you like? I mean, you hate them all because you play them when you see them, but whose do you go like, okay, that's a good looking uniform? And
Probably
helmet.
have maroon and silver of Mechanicsburg.
The Wildcats. And it's the silver with the maroon, right? Or do you prefer the white?
Maroon. Silver maroon.
Okay, last question. What is your go-to order at Sheets? Give it to me.
Not a big Sheets guy, but probably buffalo chicken wrap.
So if you're not a Sheets guy, what are you? Are you a Rudders guy or something else? Or just not any of those kind of places?
Oh, I'm just not huge on fast food.
That's it. All right. Thanks for your time, Eli. Not big on fast food. Good luck to the Bulldogs moving forward. Stay healthy and play well against the Bubblers this week. It is a huge game Friday night in Newville, Boiling Springs and Big Spring. Both teams are 5-1. Capital Division, sort of a path to the Capital Division will be not the crown because you still got Steel High there, but this is a huge game for both these teams. All right, that was Eli Hasco joining us on the Spotlight. Make sure you check out all of our high school football content on fourthdownmagazine.com. Follow along on social media or check out our YouTube page. For Adam, who is definitely behind the curtain, but you can't see him, I'm your moderator, Andy Shay. We will see ya.